Hi, Jerry Long here. Um, Today's video is going to be about how to find images for your backgrounds. If you have a capture page and you want a really cool background, the first place I usually start is Google Images, and I would type in Ultra 4K wallpapers, and you get this setting here, which you have a whole bunch of images here. A lot of these will actually take you to a different spot, but they also have 4K resolution, ultra high definition, widescreen, full HD, various cities and other things here. But the one you either want is the 4K resolution or ultra high definition. So I'm going to just choose the ultra high definition ones. And you can see there's a lot of really cool looking images here of various things. And it's pretty simple on how to do these. A lot of these, say you wanted this image right here. This one happens to be widescreen 1920 by 1080. You need to look at the resolution. This one is 3840 by 2160, which is actually 4K. If you have a GoPro camera or a digital camera that shoots 4K, this is the resolution that you will get. Some of these are obviously created in Photoshop somehow or some other program. There's abstract things. Here's a cool one. Looks like it might have been taken out of the space station. There's cars, all kinds of themes. There's women. More cars. Here's another great scenery one here. Not the resolution I would choose, but a lot of these, if you click on one of them, let's just go up to see if I can find one that's besides this one that's 4K resolution. It might make a nice background for your capture page. This might work. Well, it's a little small. This is kind of neat one right here, but not quite. This will work. So you click on this, and sometimes they don't appear in 4K. It's just kind of blurred out. But if you click the image, it will generally take you to another website. Some of them do, some don't. And then you can find that same image again. They had that, this may have been the one. Let's take a look, and you click on that, and some of these, you got to watch these are ads that will take you somewhere else. But what you want to do is you just want to click on the picture, and there's the picture, and then you right click, save image as, and then I've got a spot where I've been saving images. I got quite a few really nice ones already. But here's a site right here. It's that simple to get a new background image for your capture page, or if you even want to use this as your wallpaper on your computer. Some of these are really cool. This one, I found this site by clicking on one of those before. This is the wallpaperscraft.com. They have quite a huge selection. So they have different subjects. They got them all lumped in together, and then you click the various pages here. If you like the ones that are nature, so here's some with a night sky. It's pretty cool. This is a bridge with some sunbeams in the woods with some trees. This is kind of neat right here. Milky Way Stars. I may have already downloaded this, but what you do is you click that, and you click this image again, and then you I'm going to click it again. It should appear. It's huge, the image size. Forget about the ads on there. You'll see those all the time, but you right click and say save image as. And if I've already saved this, it will say, do you want to replace it? No, I haven't, so that's good. And just to give you an idea of what's available, I'm going to open my Adobe Bridge, and there's everything that I've saved that I thought looked really cool. So I'm going to view these full screen. Some of them are not. This is a textured background. Here's one I really love, since my goal is to be able to move to the outback of Australia again. I've actually been to the top of that very rock in the picture. Here it is again. There's some nice ones of pets. They're pretty cool. This is kind of a abstract, ethereal type image. This was kind of funny, so I just saved that. Can you imagine yourself being in that little chair inside of a little egg and walking around? And here's another abstract one. Here's I think I saved this one yesterday, a kangaroo with a baby joey in its pouch. This is kind of nifty. Here's a fantasy one. A gal looks like some of these game programs. Here's some more things that I've captured. Since I'm a photographer, I thought this was kind of cool. This is kind of eye-catching. Here's one of a B-52 bomber and all kinds of ornament. Another cute one of a dog. Woods in the trees. Nice scenery at some nice place in Europe, probably. Another beach scene. Great sunsets. There's a cat with green eyes that are glowing. Kind of an abstract background. This is out of one of the movies. This is a funny one, so I thought I would just download that. But anyway, that's another scene. I mean, there's just a huge selection. Here's a nice landscape one. If you're into motorcycles, that was cool. Here's some cute little animals. Another one of those from one of the space science fiction things. Here's a really cool one. Here's the Sydney Opera House. They actually do laser light shows there. I've actually been in the Sydney Opera House when I lived in Australia. Walked around where these people are walking right there in the front of the water there. Another cool night scene with I think that's the Matterhorn in Switzerland. And I think this is maybe in London. Just endless supply of these that you can get. This is a really nice piece of scenery here. And here's a lake up in Canada. I've actually been to this. I think it's Lake Louise, I believe. Just more beautiful stuff here. So it just, the supply of these is endless. Here's a really cool one. I've actually used this on a capture page that I made for The Good Life here. Here's the Eiffel Tower. Here's a place in Arizona. Just endless things that they have. Here's another one in the Sydney Opera House. Great place to go and visit. I wouldn't want to live in the city, even though I like to go to Australia, but I'd go visit again. More scenery. Here's a Yosemite National Park. I've actually been close to that where this guy is sitting before in my earlier days in photography. I used to follow Ansel Adams quite frequently. I've actually met Ansel Adams before he passed away. Met him in 1973. Here's another one I really like. Really says what I want to do. So I may use this in one of my capture pages. More night cities. Here's the Ayers Rock. I've actually been to the very top of this rock. I've climbed it when I used to live there. More nice, pleasant scenery. There's winter scenes. I mean, the supply of these is endless here. Here's another beautiful one of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. And here's our Statue of Liberty. This is kind of a cool sci-fi picture of a robotic gal, apparently. And this I thought was kind of interesting that somebody probably did this in Photoshop. and or maybe this was an actual shot here done with like a GoPro camera, because you can see the distortion from the extreme wide angle they get. The Earth is definitely curved behind her. And for all you guys, here's a big smooch for you. Here's a lady climbing the ladder of success, and some more beautiful stuff. Just, I mean, this is really cool stuff. I really like this shot here where the sun's reflecting off of the rocks there, and the brilliant red color, and off the water in the foreground, and a golden sky and a reddish orange colors. Here's another shot in Yosemite National Park. I mean, it's I've actually been to this very spot. Another beautiful piece of scenery. The moon, the stars. Great shot of the moon. Here's a tropical paradise. Another tropical paradise. For all you people who are into surfing, here it is. And this is gorgeous colors here. I mean, these are just fantastic. So you have to kind of pick and choose what you want to use. Here's a shot of going down the road to who knows where, but it's obviously a sunset picture. I think this is somewhere in Europe. And it's a great shot into the woods with the little used train tracks. Kind of leads you into what's going on at the end of the picture. Some more tropics, and another great sunset somewhere in the world. Beautiful colors here, and that's another mountain scene with a little lake down at the bottom. Real close-up stopped action scene of at the beach with the waves coming in. Crisp winter scene somewhere in the mountains. Another one. And having grown up on a small farm in Kansas, I can really relate to this picture. I've actually used to help my dad harvesting wheat. I used to drive a big truck, and he'd unload the wheat in the back of the truck as he was driving, and I was driving next to him in a 2-ton truck. Another great beach scene. Here's a place I'd like to go stay for a while, wouldn't you? So a lot of very inviting photos here. So here's another tropical paradise that would be a great way to spend your day. So here's a beautiful scene in the forest with the moss on the ground and the trees. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. This is what's possible if you can go in and download a lot of these. I showed you the steps there. It's real simple. Here's another one with poppy field with the setting sun in the background. I mean, these are just incredible. Look at this beautiful mansion here. And here's a secret getaway. Wouldn't you like to be there today? I know I would. Great waterfall shot. So a lot of my photography I've done in the past involves nature and scenery and wildlife, but some people like aquatic scenery. Here's another one. And so, I mean, these are just gorgeous photos here. So the 4K ones show up larger here, so the image size is larger. So anyway, I'm going to just leave you with this picture here, and I'm going to stop this. If you like my page, the video here, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you join me. My next video is going to be about how to create a capture page using EGN marketing, and we'll actually take one or two of these and put it into a page. We might have several variations of it. So thank you, and look forward to seeing you all in my next video.